Going live. Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I just need to test something now really quick and make sure that we are actually live here. Oh, this is so annoying. Hello, mic check, mic check.
Hello, mic check, mic check.
All righty. So apologize to everybody that is in the stream. For some reason, my Streamlab isn't working. So unfortunately, the thing that's going to suck about this, and I'm sorry to do this to you guys, is just that I'm not going to be able to show you the graphics and stuff like that. So I do apologize for that. It's definitely not the situation I had in mind. And obviously this doesn't reach my Twitch streamers. This doesn't reach my, it doesn't reach anybody besides YouTube. So I'm just going to kind of talk about this in a video aspect and kind of talk about you guys in terms. Whoops. And I still see YouTube here. Okay, perfect. We are live. So whether or not you guys watch it now or you watch it later, basically this is just going to be, we'll just make this kind of like a separate video. So whether you watch it now or whether you watch it later isn't relevant at this point. Just hopefully you guys are able to watch it. Like I said, I do apologize for how the stream ended up being. Like it just got to a point where it just became a huge mess. So like I said, I do apologize to you guys for that because it should have been better. It should have been a lot better. Things should have been handled properly, and I apologize for that. But kind of talking now about like the situation at hand and what's going on. The thing that I will say about Kyrie Irving is that I do think that Kyrie Irving does deserve a break. I think he does deserve all the time in the world if he needs it. But at the same time, I cannot excuse the behavior for what is happening right now. Like if you are a professional basketball player, you need to make sure that you are able to, do the job correctly. You need to make sure that you're able to provide for your family, provide and help your teammates out. Like this, basketball isn't a sport where you play one-on-one. This isn't like tennis. This isn't like golf where, if Tiger or Serena misses an Open or misses a Masters or misses, any of these type of situations, they're fine. They're not going to affect the other players or the other team. The other players, I should say, but because you're in a team sport, it does affect the team. Kevin Durant came to Brooklyn because you invited him. You said, no, we're not going to go to the Knicks. We're going to go to Brooklyn and we're going to try and win a championship here because it's closer to your home. You're closer to your parents. You're closer to your sister, which I have no qualms about. Like you can be close to them. You can, do whatever you need to in order for that stuff to happen. But at the same time, what is frustrating Kyrie Irving, and I will say this to you, if you watch this video or not, in the future, or if you're watching it now currently, the one thing I will say is the only thing that you owe is an explanation to your teammates, your coach, and your GM. You just have to say, look, mentally, I am drained. I'm not in the right headspace right now. And, I don't want to hear from the GM of the Nets. I don't want to hear from the coach. I don't even want to hear from the players that they don't know where you're at. Because to be honest, I'm going to take everybody's word for what it is until you've proven to me that you're a liar. And so if the Brooklyn Nets say that they don't know where you are, if head coach Steve Nash says he hasn't talked to you or you haven't talked to him, that's an issue. And I'm sorry, Kyrie. Like, I do respect your game. I think you're one of the best at dribbling the basketball. I think you're one of the best at just being an all-time great player. But at the same time, what is frustrating is that you don't hold yourself to that high standard of, okay, I'm going to take care of myself. Okay, I'm going to do this to let my teammates know I do care about them. I'm going to let them know that, look, this is what I'm doing to get better. And so, that's something that I think that every employer should be, asking for. Like I said, they're not asking you to play every single night. The NBA right now is in a situation where they don't want you playing every single night. They don't want you playing in a situation where you can hurt yourself. They don't want you playing all 82 games. They just want you playing enough to where, the fans are happy and to where like you're able to get your games in. And ultimately right now, Kyrie Irving, I think that like he called the media pawns and peons. He called us fans, not worthy basically of knowing where he's at. And look, man, we all like whether you paid for league pass or not, whether you're an NBA fan or not, whether you bought a jersey or whatever it is, we're not the only thing that we're owed is just great basketball. And so, with Kyrie Irving not being there, great basketball can't be played. And I'm not saying that we deserve everything because we're the fans and we need everything, but ultimately we do pay for the tickets. We do pay for the league pass. We do pay for the jersey. And Kyrie, like, look, I'm not saying you got to play every night. I think it's the expectation now from every fan that is that's a fan of the NBA knows that, look, all these players are not playing all the time. And I 100% agree. Like, you shouldn't play all the time. But what we should expect from you, what we should see is at least you saying like, look, I need to take some time away just because, mentally I'm just drained. I'm not really, in the mode right now to play basketball. But I will be cheering my teammates. I will be supporting them. Instead, we don't hear anything from you. You're on, we're with the Sex and the City lady for that's running for DA. I think she's running for DA, or maybe someone else is running for DA in Manhattan. We get you, at a 30th birthday party with your sister, which, I don't really care. The only thing I care about is making sure that you're safe, making sure that you don't put yourself in situations where you could potentially get the virus. But Kyrie, you do owe. I feel like you do owe the fans some sort of explanation. Not saying that you owe like this is why I was here this day. I was here this day. Like, you just say like, look, I'm sorry that I disappointed the fans. I'm sorry that I disappointed everybody, but I had to take time away because mentally I was just in a very bad headspace and I wanted to get away from everything, relax, tried to figure out some things, and now I'm happy to be back playing basketball. Because in that press conference, and for the guys that were able to watch it, he was slouched over. He was like, yeah, this is just kind of my Kyrie Irving impression, like. Yeah, I'm happy to be back. Like that's the energy that I got from Kyrie Irving. I didn't get this like, look, I apologize to the media, I apologize to the fans that I wasn't there for them, but I just had to take care of some things. There were some things that were going on that I had to take care of on my end. And so I apologize that I wasn't there, and I apologize that I didn't communicate, but I'm here now. I'm happy to play basketball and I'm ready. Like that, to me, if we get that Kyrie Irving, I would love it. I would love it tremendously because you're showing the fans, you're showing everybody that that's kind of the direction that you want to go in. But instead, we get this sort of like, yeah, I'm happy to be back. Just kind of like, hey, how you doing? Like, it's just not that same energy, Kyrie. And like I said, I'm not asking you to fake it. Like, and if that's how you really feel at the moment, that's how you really feel. And I don't think that we should be crucifying him for feeling that way. But the thing that we should be upset about is just, letting your employer know, letting your coach know, letting your teammates know where you're at. That's all I really care about. And that's really all anybody should care about. It's just making sure that, one, he's safe, and two, if you got to take time away, take time away. Like I said, I'm not here to judge. Who am I to judge? As someone that is Christian, Catholic, I should say, only God can judge. And I'm not here to like, obviously we do judge at some point. We have to judge your play. We have to do all this stuff like that. But in terms of like your person and who you are, I can't judge you. I don't think anybody can besides the guy up above. And that's just from my perspective. If you believe in a different God, if you believe in whatever religion you believe in. But for me, in my religion, I believe that he's the only one that can judge you. And at the end of the day, Kyrie Irving does need to, end of the day, he just the only thing that he just owes everybody, and especially his employers, is just an explanation of where you're at, man. I'm not asking you to be elaborate. I'm not asking you to be this sort of like, sage or master. Like, just let people know, man. Like, just let us know. Like, look, this is what I'm dealing with. This is the kind of the direction I'm going in. So I apologize. And that's the end of the story. That you don't have. There's nothing else that needs to be said. But with the way that he acted, the way that he was, it got frustrating. It got annoying. And ultimately we said, where's Kyrie? And, there was clues that he was, living it up in a party. There's so many different things that just frustrate me as a fan, and maybe frustrate people, and maybe, even worse, frustrate his teammates and the GM, that they're frustrated with the way that Kyrie Irving's behaving right now. This is not behavior that I see from a professional basketball player. This is something that I see from a high school or even like early college kid. And I know that Kyrie Irving's better than that. And like I said, like, I understand that Kyrie Irving needs a break. I think we all understand that. We're not trying to be here to criticize him or to harp on him or to be like, Kyrie, you're a bad dude. No, That's the opposite. I think that he's actually a great dude. I think that what he's doing for social justice is amazing. I think what he's doing for the George Floyd family, that was amazing as well. You know, the one thing that is going to be very important is generational wealth. How do you transfer that from this generation to your generation on forward? And the money that he's making is generational wealth of money, which will travel on when he has kids. I'm not sure if he has any kids or not, but we'll travel to his kids and his kids after that, to a point where they're going to be solid for the foreseeable future. But you're not going to be earning that money if you retire early, if you don't at least apologize to your own to I'm not saying you got to apologize to the owner. I'm not saying you got to apologize to the GM, but you just owe them an explanation as to where you were. That's it. And I think Kyrie Irving did that, and I think that's the reason why he was sad, is because I think the GM was like, dude, you can't do that. And I think that if we saw this from any other player, gone immediately. But sports is a different thing, man. Sports is one of those things where if you got the talent to do whatever, they're going to keep you on the roster. And so, at the end of the day, I think Kyrie Irving is a great guy. I think what he's doing for social justice and everything like that is awesome and amazing. But like I said, at the end of the day, he does need to make sure that he takes care of everything, that he does everything for his team, that he does everything for the GM, that he does everything for even the fans, and that's the one thing, he called the media pawns, he called them all these types of names, and ultimately they're the ones asking questions, and he can't be mad at the questions that they're asking now, because you put this on yourself. You went away, you didn't say anything, and now ultimately, we're here now left with the biggest, what ifs for Kyrie Irving. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed this little bit. This was, supposed to be a little bit longer, so I apologize to everybody. But ultimately, I think Kyrie Irving will be fine. I think this Brooklyn Nets team is really, dangerous. Going to Sean's point, hopefully, Sean, you watch this later. I think the Brooklyn Nets are going to be dangerous. But are they going to be dangerous enough to beat the Lakers? I don't think so. And I know that last night's result with the LA Lakers, everyone's like, oh, well, look at the Warriors. They were able to beat them. But look, man, the Lakers just play bored sometimes. And when you're the champion and you play bored, that is just a recipe for disaster. And so come, I think it's August or September, whenever the NBA Finals is, we're going to be seeing a situation where I think we're going to see the Lakers win in 5 or 6 games. And I know people are going to be like, oh, well, you're discounting the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not discounting them. I know how this team's going to work. I understand that the depth and the defense is going to be the biggest X factor as to why I don't think this team is going to win. And we can go over it a little bit more. We can go over it later. But like I said, man, I do apologize for the way that the stream is. I apologize for the way that everything happened today. And I hope you guys are enjoying enjoying your Tuesday. Hopefully you guys got after it, whether it was mentally, physically, whatever it was. Hopefully you guys got after it. And like I said, I do apologize for the stream. I'll have to work with Streamlabs and see what's going on, because it is frustrating that my Streamlabs stuff isn't working, but my stream setup, I'm hardwired connection. I know the ropes. But again, it is frustrating that stuff didn't work. So I will check in on it. I will see what's going on with it. But anyway, guys, like I said, my name is Bernie here on The Charge, giving the latest NBA news and rumors and also basketball opinions. So hopefully you enjoyed this live stream if you're live with me. If you enjoy it after. But we basically just talked about Kyrie Irving and what's going on. So again, guys, please remember to hit that like button. Also remember to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Again, I do apologize for the way that the stream ended today. Not anything that I can do about it besides fixing some things in Streamlabs and seeing what's going on with it. But anyway, guys, like I said, my name is Bernie. I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace. Also, guys, please remember to like and subscribe. Anyway, guys, ending the stream now. Peace.